Alright, so this video is called The Game of the Century, Keegan's Entertainers. Now, I'm getting that this is Premier League centric, so the Game of the Century specifically in English football. I know that's for certain. I'm sure there were other massive games in other leagues across the world, but we're going to find out, this is apparently an historic match between Newcastle and Manchester United. So I'm interested to see what or not Manchester United. Sorry, Newcastle and Liverpool. I'm actually quite fascinated to see what happened in this game. Let's get into it.
As the championship race hits for the final furlong, there's another night of high drama at Anfield.
I always think there's pivotal points that could change your season around.
Ferdinand turns and scores.
Coming together midweek at Anfield was always going to be a special game.
Read that shot.
And speaking of Anfield, I've got to say, and obviously it's been well documented that I became a Spurs fan through this journey. But I have to say, I don't think I've seen another home atmosphere rival Anfield. It's got to be hands down the best home atmosphere, especially in English football.
An electricity about it. Anfield was crackling.
It's deafening at Anfield, even by the standards set here on Merseyside.
Newcastle were the great entertainers. They had so many amazing footballers. It just felt from the first minute that this game was going to be special.
Keegan's Entertainers. Okay.
Going to Newcastle, I knew Keegan had set the team up to create chances, and he said to me, I think you're one of the best headers of the ball.
Les Ferdinand, all right?
And I'm giving you wingers to provide that service for you.
Forward for Newcastle.
I didn't sign Newcastle for the sunshine. I signed for Newcastle to be as good as possible on the football pitch.
Kevin Keegan was saying, I bought someone here who's going to supply. He came in, I remember he had the model wife and he had the model looks. And then he got onto the pitch, and then I realised his ability to play football was top of the tree.
Wow.
It's great play in the control of the Ginola.
Oh yeah. Excellent skill and ball control.
Obviously, it was a culture shock in many ways. But I soon realized that football belongs to England. The fans, they are very devoted to the club.
David Ginola.
Duty as a player is not only to win games, but to entertain those guys.
From a centre-forward's point of view, it was everything I could have dreamed of and more. It was like going into a sweet shop.
It's a great cross, Ferdinand's in there. Oh, yes! It only took a touch.
At the time, I think Newcastle were everybody's second favourite team.
Really? Is that true? Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm not sure I can imagine a time Newcastle is everyone's second favorite team. We'll see.
The way we play football, the way we entertain, the way we score goals, we play for fun. Playing at St James Park was a pure joy every time.
When I was living up in Newcastle, I'd come back to London for a few days, and everybody I saw along the way would say to me, I'm not a Newcastle supporter, but any time they're on the TV, I'll watch them.
No stopping him. He keeps going. And that is class from Les Ferdinand.
I always used to feel sorry for our defenders. We were so attack-minded, we'd leave them to it at times.
We were playing every single game.
They're just trying to score goals at a high level.
We tried to score more goals than the opponents.
You score one, we'll score two. You score two, we'll score three. And as great as that sounds,
Defense
Doesn't
be
really work
darned.
out that
We're
way.
going to score goals.
We were very strong. Very, very strong.
Start of January, we were 10 points clear. In fact, we got to 12 points clear, and I think at the time, I always say it, there was a sense of, I think we've done it.
All right.
And so when we lost, it wasn't a sense of, oh damn, we've lost 3 points, we've got to make sure this doesn't happen again.
15 points in a few games, and that's too much.
I mean, mid-90s, this is the time of Alex Ferguson. Of course, United they're a class organization at this point. So, of course, they're, losing to them makes sense.
Well, it's a huge victory for Manchester United. Newcastle still have a game in hand.
But
the gap is cut to just
1 point difference.
point.
Those points were all gone. Two of the best supported teams in this country coming together midweek at Anfield was always going to be a special game.
We played them a couple of times that season. We knew what they were capable of. We were third in the table at the time, so we still felt we were in this title race. We were quite an open team ourselves. We knew we could cause any team problems.
The speech from Keegan before the game was very simple. He didn't emphasize too much about the defending aspect of the game. And this is why we've been struggling a little bit.
And they score!
We'd just been beaten by Arsenal a few days before.
What a start!
We got done by an early goal.
And such is the
All
effect
right.
on their goal difference that they forfeit top spot in the Premiership to Manchester United.
So Newcastle have been apparently this season dominating the league, playing fun, entertaining ball, and then here in the waning moments of the season, in a tight race with Manchester United, they've lost to United. Now they've lost to Arsenal, and so they've lost their place at the top of the league. Okay, so now I'm understanding the context a little bit better here. Frustrating time as a fan to see your team dominate most of the year. I can relate to this in my American sports context. Seeing your team dominate for the majority of the league, and then when it seems to be coming down to the wire, just seeing them sort of bottle it and lose it.
And that became a theme for us, being sort of like giving early goals away. And one thing we do when we're at Anfield was like, let's keep a clean sheet, get the crowd against them, because if we can do that, if we can keep it quiet, they'll get a bit anxious, the crowd will get a bit anxious, the players will get a bit nervous. And so that was the game plan, keep them quiet.
Now Collymore. Did well to swing back his cross, and it's a goal. Robbie
Did not work.
What a start for Liverpool.
2 minutes in.
Game plan.
2 minutes into the game.
Goal in the second minute.
I remember going back to take the kick-off and saying, well, we've got no choice, we've just got to go and attack.
All right. It's going to be a shootout, isn't it? You score, I score. You score, I score.
Tino, Peter, Beardsley, myself, we were just like very quick, very fast going forward because we wanted the ball in the box for Les.
All right, we're tied at 1, 10 minutes into the game.
Les at that time was one of the best centre forwards in the world.
Les was a joy to play with.
Good skill.
It's easy to play when you have a striker like that with you.
Well, the two big hitters, if you like, have landed major blows inside the opening 10 minutes.
David Ginola was certainly a player that we knew if we could stop him, there might be some success for us to be had.
You know, I was telling John Beresford, give me the ball. But you have a defender behind you now, just give me the ball, forget about the rest, I do the rest.
Okay.
Ginola was a genius. Great looking guy, he had everything.
Yeah, that's a nasty goal. Okay, wait. I just got to stop and just think about this. 2-1 in 14 minutes. That's a lot of action in the first 15 minutes of a football match. I don't normally see that very often. That's pretty impressive.
And at that time, you're thinking, right, we've got to hang on here because this is an incredible side. We've got to make sure they don't go 3-1 up and then all of a sudden the game's gone away from you.
It's just amazing how many chances there were in the game. You know, I mean, it was like a basketball match.
Read that shot!
It was so open, the game. We just had to make sure that we got the next goal.
We turned it around very, very quickly, but we were still giving them opportunities.
Now there is the half-time whistle, and it's been a breathtaking first 45 minutes.
We didn't say, wow, we're up in the game at Anfield, it's amazing. No, it was just, okay, let's have some more fun.
Have some more fun, all right.
We were feeling so confident that we knew that we could score goals.
We'll see how Newcastle can defend here. Fowler!
All right. We're at 2-2.
But we forgot about, you know, sometimes you concede goals you don't want to.
Turns out you have to play defense as well.
It just felt from that moment it was game on.
It's deafening at Anfield, even by the standards set here on Merseyside. Terrific blow from Beardsley. Newcastle respond the only way they know how, with brilliant attacking play of their own.
This is such an electric environment.
That was what Newcastle could do to you. They had so many good players.
Newcastle lead again.
So we go 3-2 up and we're thinking, right, just hold on now, just hold on now, just hold on.
McAteer. That's a wicked ball. Kyle!
All right.
But it wasn't to be.
Our fans were demanding us to get forward and try to get a winner. No one was hanging on for a point.
Alves ball. Here's Ferdinand. One-on-one with Harkness. Les Ferdinand is in for Newcastle.
And then I get a great chance up the other end where I turn,
And I thought, this is it, they're going to score.
hit my left foot, and David James comes out, makes
A
it.
brilliant save, managed to smother it, kept us in the game.
David James had to prevent the side going behind again.
I'd have to say world-class save, to be honest, Jamo.
Have you ever known 90 minutes go so quickly? Barnes, rush, Barnes.
What?
Still John Barnes. Collymore closing in.
That goal is inexcusable.
Liverpool lead in stoppage time. Kevin Keegan hangs his head. He's devastated.
It's not often you go to Anfield, especially at that stage, and score 3 goals and still come away not having won the game. At the end of the day, that was us, that was Newcastle, that's how we played football.
Oh, this is a sad story. Okay.
Newcastle in disbelief.
Please tell me they score another goal and it's tied at 4. That's what I want to see here.
The jarring blow to the ambitions of Newcastle. They played like champions.
They were a joy, they were a credit to the Premier League. You can't always win titles, you can't always be the best team. But I tell you what they did, they entertained so many people.
Dang.
The entertainers is, that's what they call us, but entertainers without winning things doesn't mean a thing for us.
I can only think of my buddy Corey right now.
Gone on to win the league.
I gotta send this to him.
How did it happen? How did it happen?
Not only was it a brilliant football match, it was played in great spirit, it had drama, it had absolutely everything, and that's what the Premier League is all about.
Games in the Premier League are just amazing for that as well, because when you think things are all over,
great for the league, but not great for us.
Oh, they finished in second place. It's widely regarded as the greatest match in Premier League history. All right, we'll see. All right, fantastic video, fascinating story. You guys let me know in the comment section underneath this video what other videos I should check out, what I should know about this season of Newcastle at that time. And yeah, just hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.